Hey everybody, welcome back. Guess what? It's time. Season 2 is just around the corner for Interventions and Detentions. It's almost here. I am super excited to be back on the microphone, in the podcast room, joining all of you, our listeners, with Season 2. It's going to be exciting and awesome, and it's going to look a little different. It's going to sound a little different. It's just me on the microphone this season. Brad's flying solo, and that's okay. It's going to be good. I've already got a super exciting lineup of guests, and we're going to go through that today in this promo as we get ready and look ahead to the first episode dropping next week. Season 2, Episode 1 coming next week. Looking at our guest list that we already have lined up, and this is just a start. We're going to be adding to this as we look at Season 2. It's going to be awesome. Let's look at some special guests that we already have scheduled to join us. All right. We're going to have an episode called 1 Year in the Classroom with our special guest, Seth Carter. Now, Seth is an insurance agent, entrepreneur, fellow podcast host, and former teacher. He actually just jumped back into the classroom this fall. He lives in Florida. We're going to talk about that 1 year in the classroom and how Seth will share how teaching reshaped his life and leadership skills. We're also going to have an episode diving into the philosophy of grading with our special guest, Dave Nagel. Dave is an educational coach and keynote speaker, as well as an author. In this episode, again, we're going to look at grading philosophies and challenges and changes that educators might make as they think about how they look at assessment and grading after listening to Dave and his episode with us. We're going to have an episode on SEL for adults. We had one about students last fall. This time we're going to talk about SEL for adults with our special guest, Brian Kulak. Now, Brian is a passionate New Jersey principal who talks all things culture and climate, and specifically that social emotional learning aspect for us, the adults, which we can't forget that either. It's just as important for adults as it is for our students. We're going to have another episode which will probably be my most favorite guest, probably tied for first and second place, these next two. The episode's going to be called So I Married a Principal, with my very special guest, Sherry Taggart, who is also my wife. She's an oncology nurse by day, mother of two by night, and yes, my amazing wife. In this episode, So I Married a Principal, we're going to keep it real about life behind the scenes of being married to an educator and principal, and what it's been like for Sherry in that role as a wife of a principal. When you come home as a principal, but you still have a dad hat on because you've got two daughters. And that is going to lead into a second episode with I'm a PK, principal's kid, with my two daughters, Maddie and Meredith Taggart. They are now embarking on college life together. Maddie is a graduate student, and Meredith is heading off to her first year of college. And in this episode, I'm a PK, the principal's kid, we're going to bring that honesty, laughs, and a little roasting of dear old dad probably, and what it was like to be a student under their dad's leadership, because that did happen for a few years. I tried to protect them and keep them out of my building, and it was actually my idea to bring them in towards the end. So we'll talk all those things about what it's like in the life of being a principal's kid. I think it'll be exciting. We're going to hear an episode on Tales from the YMCA, Impacting Tomorrow's Leaders, with my very special guest and very good friend, Scott Helmkamp. Scott's the director at the LaPorte County YMCA in Indiana, sharing incredible stories about his work with youth and how he helps develop future leaders through his work at the YMCA and their YMCA programs. I think that's going to be a really cool episode. Finally, right now, our last guest that's lined up and locked in is Justine Gonzalez. She is the founder and CEO at Educator Aid and also the host of her own podcast, Love, Learning, You. In this episode, Justine and I will be discussing her work in educational coaching and consulting with a focus on cultural awareness in education. She is so good at what she does. I think you're going to be excited to listen to all the things that Justine will bring to this episode of Interventions and Detentions. I also get to be an episode on her podcast, Love, Learning, and You. We're going to trade off each other's podcasts, and I think it's going to be really, really fun to get to share each other's experiences on each other's podcast. So that'll be coming up as well. But guess what, folks? You are my most important special guest, and we want to keep hearing from you. Do you have ideas for future topics or guests that you want to be seeing as part of the Interventions and Detentions podcast? Please share them on these posts when we share these things out. I want to hear from you guys, and I want to hear what you want to hear from Interventions and Detentions. Season 2 is here. It's coming next week. Episode 1 will drop next Friday. Join me each week on your favorite podcast platform. We're on iHeart. I'm on, YouTube, Podbean, Apple Pod. We're on them all. So find us there. Tune in each and every week to your favorite platform and search out Interventions and Detentions. It's going to be quite interesting and fun this year. Like I said, it's going to look a little different, going to sound a little different, but I think it's going to fill your needs with love, laughter, fun, rhetoric. I don't know if that's even the right word or not, but yeah, we'll figure it out as we go along. It's going to be cool. So let's get to work. Remember that every story you hear is going to teach you something. Just think about that for a minute. Thanks for tuning in to this promo and listening to another season of Interventions and Detentions. I hope you're excited as much as I am. I'm looking forward to it. Let's remember one thing: Interventions and Detentions, where the real learning begins. See you next week.